Okay, so is Putin satisfied with Trump's handling of Ukraine? The Ukraine. Is Trump's handler satisfied with his handling of the Ukraine? Is Putin satisfied? No one else seems to be, so is Putin satisfied? We start with the world and the hermit. The Four of Swords and the King of Swords. The Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. Yes, he is, which is bad news for everyone else. Because a part of him is looking and searching for another avenue, something else to conquer. So it's not just Ukraine. He has his eyes on somewhere else too, maybe Poland. But he's got his eyes already on somewhere else because he now has the person to help him. The King of Swords, at the very least, stay out of his way. Lindsey Graham claims that Donald Trump can crush the Russian economy and is prepared to do so. So we're going to see. But the Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. Six of Pentacles is a card of sharing, giving, charity. And then the Emperor is my card for a foreign leader of some kind. And so he is satisfied because he is getting what he wants from Donald Trump. Donald Trump being the King of Swords, Emperor being Vladimir. And so, yes. So, with that being said, though, Lindsey Graham is mint julep himself. I heard that in a song. So I said, oh, they listen. I named him Mint Julep. And so the Mint Julep himself says that they want to put sanctions, more sanctions, on the Russian economy, or Vladimir, which affects the Russian economy, which affects the Russians more so than it does Vlad. He's not struggling whatsoever. So they want to put sanctions, and Lindsey Graham has come out and said that Donald Trump can crush the Russian economy at any point. So I want to find out, will he do it? More sanctions. Will Donald Trump put sanctions? Well, he's not going to put them, but will he approve of sanctions against Russia? You got to do something, but let's see. The Three of Swords. Usually like a no, but this could be a card of betrayal. Now, this is interpretation, mind you, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. Because I believe Donald Trump to be a Russian agent. He is a employee of Vladimir Putin, which means this would be a yes, because he would be betraying that person. Now, if they're on opposite sides, then it's just a no. But I don't believe them to be on opposite sides. So again, interpretation, this is how you influence your own reading, so beware. The Empress. There's betrayal against Mother Russia, possibly. But the betrayal also grows with the Empress card. The Empress is a card of expansion. So, the King of Wands. it's going to be like it was before. So he can do a lot of damage to the Russian economy, yes. King of Wands is a card of regeneration, something that we've had before, something that sort of burns, birthed from the embers. The Two of Wands, potentials and international. Because here's the thing. We are currently not at war. What's the word I want to use? Not seeing eye to eye with India, because India has purchased Russian oil. And there's this thing where you can't buy anything from Russia because you're fueling their war machine. Meanwhile, you just had a meeting with Russian leader and nothing came of it. So anyway, the High Priestess. Yeah, there is an attempt to go back to where we once were when they put heavy sanctions, and the Russian, was it ruble, was worth less than a penny, that type of thing. 10 of Wands, though. Everybody's not on board with this, and I think it's you know who, but that's just me being judgmental. Word of warning, the King of Pentacles. I don't think it's just going to be that easy, Lindsey Graham. I really don't. There is betrayal there, so they may impose some sort of sanction. And there is the attempt to go back to where we were, but I don't think that it's going to be what they think it is. Not some crushing of the Russian economy. You can put a sanction on this or a sanction on that and then leave it alone. The Emperor there, so he is burdened, so I think there is something coming his way. There's the World card, especially when it comes to trading with the rest of the world. King of Pentacles is a card of business as well, and it's in the word of warning. And then there's the Seven of Swords. So there's a scheme, maybe trying to save face, but I don't think you're going to crush the Russian economy. But there is some sort of sanction that will be levied his way. Okay. Diplomacy. Diplomacy. Can Donald Trump get his Nobel Peace Prize, mind you, by brokering peace? Can he broker peace between Ukraine and Russia by the end of the year? Can he? Not can he. Will he? Will he broker peace between Ukraine and Russia by the end of the year? Captain Deal Maker. The Knight of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. I'm going to say no. Reason being is because I think his idea to stop the conflict is exactly the same as Vladimir's. What they want to stop, or the way they would like this all to end, is you give up a bunch of land. Six of Pentacles is the gift. Knight of Swords is the hero. So that's his idea. Just give up the land and all this will stop. Six of Cups, naivety. The Ace of Swords, there's a victory, truth, and clarity. The Two of Cups is a deal. The Page of Pentacles, contract. So there's the truth contracts. Eight of Swords, powerless, something taken away from you. The Lover's card. There could be one, but you'd have to give up something. Word of Solace, the Seven of Cups, and that was what's on the bottom when I asked this question. Ten of Swords, I'm going with a no, because it's betrayal. In order for them to stop, not betrayal, but backstabbing, you have to basically now have two enemies, the U.S. and Russia. And so it'll all stop if you just give up a bunch of land. And so we shall see.